Oh, what is good, my quick crypto family and my coin factory family, back once more with another daily live stream. I think we're at day 119 in a row, still going very strong. And as always, we have a lot of news to cover in today's stream. We've got some very big news in today's stream regarding some huge alpha that was let known to me in my community in my free Discord server. Link on my YouTube homepage in the description, also now in the chat. But this is part of the community why I have it, so we can all help grow our knowledge and share information with one another, so we can hopefully end up making more money in the future. But yes, we've got some huge alpha to cover in the stream, which we're going to get into in a moment. We've got some more news regarding smart contracts, which is why they're going to be so big, coming for Casper. Regarding KRC20, we've got some price predictions regarding crypto as a whole and Casper as well. And a lot of stuff ultimately to look forward to in the rest of this year. So as always, if you enjoy these streams, be doing these again daily for 119 days, and leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more crypto travel. Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream, my man. Unboxing and stuff. Hello to you too. Good morning to you too. Bingo, bango, and everyone else joining the stream right now. So, guess the best place to start off with at the very beginning, right? The first thing I want to get into in this stream is this post here from Bert World covering Mexi and Gate. Their exchanges right now are steadily running out of Casper coins, most likely because, or at least his speculation here, is tier 1 exchanges are accumulating. So they're actually starting to build up more and more Casper. If you load up Casper on CoinMarketCap, I do have exchanges as well when I actually can do that. See right now Casper is currently at $3.83 billion market cap. Currently got 144 million 24-hour trading volume, so it's a little bit lackluster, truth be told, over the last few days. We see volume-wise, Gate and Mexi, at one point they were taking up about 35%, like both of them at the same time. Now we're seeing 28 and 28 respectively for both exchanges. They are starting to ascend a little bit, take off a little bit. We're seeing the likes of L Bank and XT start seeing more volume. Fortunately, Bybit and BitGet seem to not be doing as great just yet. I'm still hopeful we'll see it in the near future. Kraken again, still not got the volume yet, but again, it's only been a week or 8 days since the listing, so it's still early doors for Kraken. I'm expecting more volume coming in due time, but either way, Elpro speculates here, which I think is relatively based speculation, if you will, that the volume for the allocation, if you will, the holdings, the balance sheet for both Mexi and Gate are steadily declining because, and they're running out, probably because there are other exchanges, probably tier 1s, who are starting to buy from them as well. We do obviously know, if you look at the exchanges themselves, because you look at the Mexi wallet losing some here, but then the other Mexi wallet is gaining some, so there is quite a high possibility of that Mexi are just shifting around their assets from their main wallet to their secondary and third and fourth and other wallets as well. But potentially as well, they are selling it to other exchanges, so again, time will tell. We have seen this fourth wallet accumulate 1,100,000 more Casper, and the speculation that this wallet is one of Binance's. This top wallet, we confirmed, is KuCoin's, which has not really been putting any more Casper in or selling any as of late. Literally, we can see if you check it out, we've seen only 3 pages worth or 4 pages worth of transactions, so it's less than 100 transactions in total for this wallet, and it's about I'm confirmed again in my previous stream to confirm that this one is KuCoin. So yes, at that point, yes, seemingly there is a chance that tier 1s are. I mean, we do know they're connected to Casper and tier 1s. That much is evident. That's not news to us per se. It's just a question of when it's going to happen. But the point being is, again, this is why, especially if you're a trader, being on these exchanges can be quite risky, which is why I personally just spot trade, but also hold my Casper and crypto on my Tangem wallet for safekeeping. But anyway, the continuation. We've got the post from Christian Log. It's a bit of a shill, if you will, about the new Casper support of Caspiano coming out. A unique opportunity right now for Casper. In a short time, we'll have a PSKT implementation, and that means KRC20 trading on certain platforms will be sped up by a factor of 14 times for sub-second confirmation times, and will be completely decentralized and permissionless, which is, again, huge news, which means these KRC20 tokens might even get more adoption than we have seen before. Or a lot of good stuff is coming for KRC20 and Casper in this cycle. I might come at this a little bit later on right now, but again, all information I will be linking in my free Discord server, so you go check it out as well in the chat description and also on my homepage. And now I want to get into kind of the leak. This is kind of where the leading up to the alpha, which was linked to us by Akeem, one of the quite a crucial member of my community. I won't name drop just in case, because I'm not I mean, I have been given some alpha, you know, regarding other stuff as well, but I'm not going to disclose that because, again, that is private stuff. But there's this alpha I deem is allowed to be shared, but just for privacy's sake, I'm not going to disclose the name of it. But either way, we've got an alpha regarding Nacho, some big things coming very, very soon. I believe they dropped it in their own Discord server, so, you know, if you're in there, you would have seen it. But either way, first thing comes from Nacho here. They've got a new listing on Bitcoin. It's very, very good once we want to see more adoption coming to Casper, to Nacho in particular, which is now actually partly a result of why Nacho is pumping up $42.8 million market cap, up to 1.1 million 24-hour trading volume. Holders are still looking very, very strong, and it's currently up 16%. So again, this is part of the reason why more listings are very, very good. And this is also, we've got some reasons here from like Goonboy Crypto here, or why he's bullish on Nacho. I mean, this stuff here is quite self-explanatory. I've spoke about it in the past about what Nacho is and why I think it could do very, very well in the cycle. I still believe Nacho could easily reach $1 billion market cap in the cycle, which again would be at least a 20x on the prediction. But again, that's not financial advice, it's my personal belief. And this then gets us on to the alpha, if you will. Let me get a quick moment to load it up, because I didn't preload it, because, you know, I'm very, very smart. This is the alpha right here. Shout out to, I mean, if you're in the stream right now, I think you are, you know who you are, but thank you very much for sharing this alpha with us. A major opportunity incoming right now. A key contributor to Rusty Casper and Casper Smart Contracts has chosen Nacho to lead the groundbreaking cross-chain initiative. Details coming in the new year. This is big. That is extremely, extremely big. Of course, we now know. So we know, therefore, that Rusty Casper Smart Contract, again, we're going to get into that more in a moment. Very, very groundbreaking for Casper. Going to be revolutionary, making Casper the most dominant chain in this space by a country mile. And a key contributor to the Rusty Casper Smart Contracts has chosen Nacho, Casper's so-called number one meme token, to lead a groundbreaking cross-chain initiative. We'll hear more in 2025 next year, so it's early alpha. It's kind of without any. I mean, it's coming from them, so you know it's. I've confirmed it is from them, and you know it's very, very big. We'll hear more in due time. Again, that is what is coming for Casper, and that will hopefully be a very, very big deal, as that will also lead towards, again, 10 BPS Rusty Casper coming out on the mainnet in Q1 2025, and then smart contracts Project Sparkle coming out in summer of 2025 as well. Remember, if those who do remember, a while back we saw this post from Nacho, which I'll try and load it up as quickly as I can, where they were speaking, where they're the ones that spoke and made an extensive post about Project Sparkle. So in that regard, it's not that weird, if you will, to expect this news, this alpha, to come regarding connections to Nacho and the smart contracts. Because again, we have seen a post from Nacho themselves. I mean, I'm sure most projects did talk about it, but Nacho made an extensive post about Project Sparkle, about what is coming, which for me is, again, huge news. Project Sparkle is going to be a big deal, because it also will make these meme tokens become smart contracts, making their use case and therefore their adoption that much better. I can't remember how far back this post was. I feel like it might have been before Kraken's listing, but give me a quick moment to find it. Okay, they did speak about it, and again, it's huge news. Project Sparkle, again, is going to be a big, big deal for Casper. Truth be told, I probably just looked up my Discord server. I don't know why. Oh, here it is. There you go. Casper's upcoming smart contract protocol, Project Sparkle, is in development with an ETA of 6 to 8 months. Sparkle will also provide a way for KRC20 projects to migrate to smart contracts. Groundbreaking stuff, very, very big news. And again, this confirmation is alpha here, showcase that Rusty Casper and smart contracts, they've chosen Nacho to lead the groundbreaking cross-chain initiative coming in the new year. So, very, very bullish stuff to look forward to. And that might also, again, not financial, but that also could be, and probably is the main reason why Nacho is rallying today, and why, again, even though Kango's doing incredible, and I am currently bullish on Kango, for me, Nacho has always remained as my personal number one conviction. Again, I don't hold these just yet, and that's still a bit of a mistake on my behalf, I understand, but at the same time, they haven't moved just yet. We're still quite early, so I still have time, and I do think, again, Nacho should reach $1 billion, so again, that's still a 20, if not even 30x from here, so I can still have time to get into that. And again, this development is going to be huge, because I'm holding Nacho, you know, not for a 1 month or 1 week flip like I do with most meme coins when I'm trading on Solana chain. I'm holding this for months to come as a, you know, as a this cycle investment. I'm not sure it's going to be a massive long-term thing, but it'll be this cycle investment at the very, very least. And when smart contracts come out, they'll make these memes that much better, in my personal belief. Speaking of memes, we got more updates as well. we've got this post here, highlighted from the Crypto Galaxy's stream himself, where he is seemingly shilling and being very, very bullish on Rusty, which as a result, we can see Rusty right now is now up to number 12, up 39%, almost $2 million market cap, and just short of 100,000 24-hour trading volume, holders at 1.6k. Now, I understand the sentiment behind Rusty. I do. Rusty, again, based on Rusty Casper. It's got a nice name behind it. The logo is quite good. For me, he says it's the dog of Casper. And ultimately, it's the belief of the community, right? For me, I think Conan has proved itself to be the dog of Casper right now. Constant high volume. It's stayed within the top 10 since its launch, pretty much. It's pretty much got the same lifespan to Rusty as well. Rusty, I would agree, is undervalued. I think it could do well. Only thing to remind people once more is that I'm not saying Crypto Galaxy is wrong by any means. No hate towards the man. He's done a good job in this community through bringing more adoption to Casper as a whole. But because he's such a massive content creator in the community, he has more aura, if you will, more influence of what he says will have more effect on these projects, especially the lower cap memes. So if he wanted to come out of the blue and just say tomorrow, oh yeah, I think, let's go to one that is really, really small. Like Wadu. Let's go to an age one, like a recent age one. Let's say Crocs, right? Crocs? Am I more Crocs? No, let's not choose Crocs. Let's choose something else. Let's choose. I think you get the point I'm trying to make. Let's just say Belly. I don't even know what this is, but just say this one here. If Crypto Galaxy said Belly is going to go to 1 billion, that could explode, because it's the community and it's these fan bases built up. He has the influence to do that. It comes down to once more me just trying to reiterate that, do your own research, be very careful when investing, and do your own due diligence, because you never know what's going to happen in this space. Of course, because the Galaxy shitting a project could be bullish for the project and could end up, will most likely cause the project to rise up in price, but that's not to say that it won't end up collapsing in the future. Just be very, very careful. But either way, for Rusty, people who hold Rusty as looking very, very bullish for you right now, simply being the so-called best dog on Casper. For me, it's still Conan, because it's proved itself. But of course, time will tell in the future. It depends on the listings and the developments coming out for it as well. But for me, another one, a very, very big meme token in this community also is the likes of Bert. I mentioned it yesterday that Bert World will be coming out soon enough, which is going to be very, very huge. Again, sort of like it looks like almost like the Cas5 website, but of course on Bert. They have their own launchpad as well, remember. And now Bert World, according to what Bert's confirmed, the ETA is on the 29th of November, which is 2 days' time. On Friday, Bert World should be released to us. So, of course, that is very, very bullish, of course. And I think that could also lead to just increased adoption with Bert. I think Bert, again, all these tokens for me are quite undervalued. For me, I think most of these projects can skyrocket in price much, much higher. KRC has made a very, very decent run now. It went from being, quite unknown, only been out for 12 days, and now it's already at 3 million market cap, up to number 7 right now in terms of market cap as well. So again, it's climbing the rankings very, very quickly. Kimi's also going up as well. Like, a lot of these projects are doing very, very well. So again, you can see a lot of the memes getting their own chance, if you will, even right now. And I think when the market properly takes off, the ones that have the really strong community will last the cycle and go much, much higher as well. So Bert, again, I'm very bullish on Bert. And what's to come for that. And now I'm going to get into the smart contract in just a moment before I answer some questions, though. Good evening, Casper Frog. Hope you're well. Can't wait to see you in your autumn high soon. Yes, 100% I am in desperate need for another Casper pump. Of course, those who've been with me since the beginning or near the beginning, I started streaming on the 1st of August at the very peak of Casper. And since then, we've had a very rocky road. I've stayed true to my conviction, as most of us have done as well. And we are now hopefully seeing the fruits of our labour come to fruition, as we're now starting to see a pump upwards. I have seen elements of TA where people are drawing out these zones, which I've got the logarithmic one on right now, so it's going to look a little bit different if I turn the analog on right now. I've seen people drawing out, I think they've done it on the weekly, probably, if I do load it up. But I've seen people drawing out these TA lines, which suggest that we're currently going towards I don't think the weekly, probably the daily or the hourly, but people are just showing that we're going to a sort of a cross, a golden cross, if you will. We should see a breakout very, very soon. If I go up, I think it was what I've been seeing again. Again, TA for me is important. I think it's good to know, but it's not the do or die everything. The TA probably goes something like this. It's got it like that, and then the other element of TA is going like here. So we're seeing it kind of going towards a golden cross right now. we're getting very, very close to hopefully seeing a breakout of sorts. But again, time will tell. I mean, ultimately, as much as TA is important to understand where the market may go, that element of TA that I saw when I was, doing my own research, I was like, okay, so that just tells me in the community that's going to be a breakout soon. I could have probably thought that and said that without the need of TA. From what I'm seeing in crypto right now, the developments, I think a breakout for crypto or a significant move for crypto is coming very, very soon. Now, where it's going to go, I will get into that in the stream as well, my price prediction, whether we're going to see it go up or go down. It's interesting to note, right? Because people are speculating, will Bitcoin make a new 100, will surpass 100k, or will it come back down? We will see very, very soon. And I'll get into that in a moment in the stream. But beforehand, I'm going to answer more questions and then get into the smart contract developments. Good morning, Tony. Welcome to the stream, my man. Johnny Taco Outdoors. All the price action up about 30 cents. I think we'll surpass 30 cents in this year. And this cycle most definitely as well. I'm suspecting, again, $2 bare minimum and higher from there as well. 30 cents is good for me. I mean, 30 cents would be fantastic again. People who got in quite early, even if you got in at the all-time high for Casper at 20 cents, it's not a massive, massive gain, but it's still 50%. It's not bad, If you're holding Casper long-term, it's fantastic, because again, that's just a small little leg up, take a little bit of profits, and then go back in again. But for me, I think Casper's going much, much higher from then. Casper Fog, what's your cycle prediction for next year? People are saying it's going to be a mid-year top, which would put us in the disadvantage regarding smart contract and might not get the pump we're looking for. I'm hoping to see a double top, and it's late next year. So smart contracts are deployed. Good question, Casper Fog. I'll get into that a bit later on in the stream, because I do plan to cover that in a bit more detail. I will get into the reasons why people are saying it's going to be a mid-cycle top, and also why I hope and also believe it could be a double top as well. But of course, time will tell. Isn't Crypto Galaxy 2 bullish on Casper, like 15 cents in the top of the cycle? Yeah, you are right, Matthew, and I will disclose. I mean, people who maybe don't, I'm not sure how much people watch him. I don't watch him much anymore. But there was a stream I watched probably about 2 months ago now, where someone made that comment in his stream, and he said, full disclosure, the targets I put on Casper on me just putting a number. Like, he was talking mainly about his thumbnails, where he puts like $17 Casper, $20 Casper. It's literally just this clickbait. Now, I think he's bullish on Casper, and I do agree with his bullish sentiment. I tried, again, he could be right, and I would love him to be right, but I try to act as I'm not saying he's irrational. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade at him, but I'm saying I try to act more reserved, if you will. So for me, I'm like, okay, well, $15 Casper, while potentially possible, I think it's highly unlikely, because that would mean Casper would have to reach, well, if 100 billion is $4, it'd have to be a, $400 billion market cap for Casper this cycle, which I think is a bit much. $400 billion, I mean, Casper right now is just short of 4. We're expecting 100x in market cap for Casper from this position right now. I would love it, but I think that's very, very optimistic. Too Moonboy, in my personal belief. For me, I think a $50 billion Casper, which puts it at $2, is much more likely. Equally for $100 billion Casper, I think it's also possible. And then, on the bullish case scenario, maybe $7, which puts it more around $150, $200 billion Casper. Anything above that would be Moonboy and fantastic, but I'm a bit more skeptical about it. But again, I get that in a bit more in the future. In the rest of the stream, I'll get into that a little bit more. But anyway, that being said, I will start getting into a little bit more of the developments here regarding smart contracts. So as those who remember, I just mentioned again, Project Sparkle, coming out very, very soon. This will be a game changer for Casper, no doubt about it. We also had confirmation, I showed in previous streams, that Captain Sats here, shout out to this man here, he actually reached out to the KII and asked, a comment on the KII, basically just stating, the project of Casper was coming out for them. And the KII basically just responded saying, yes, we're waiting now for the KII because we're waiting for smart contracts. When smart contracts come out, these projects, that most of them are already ready. Like a lot of these projects right now, for example, the KMIF, the Capital Mobility Insurance Framework, this actually seemingly could, again, not confirmed, but potentially the high chance this one is already ready to be deployed. What they're waiting for is opcode, smart contracts, which are coming out in just 6 to 8 months from now. The KRI is working with partners in the insurance industry to develop a flexible decentralized insurance framework built on Casper for the future of autonomous vehicles and personal mobility. Casper is going to be able to insure cars. That's groundbreaking. Not also to mention, you got the gigawatt stablecoin. This one, I think, for me, this one most definitely is already ready. I'll be surprised if the one's not ready. I think they've been wanting to do this stablecoin for a very, very long time. Stablecoins, of course, are going to be massive for Casper, huge for Casper. They're going to be an integral part of this future monetary system. I've mentioned it in previous streams again how big stablecoins are, and actually we got an update regarding that with which one is it here? I've got a post here talking about the Trump administration and Republican Congress are expected to move forward to major crypto bills with minimal opposition very, very shortly, which is the stablecoin bill and market structure bill. So, yeah, absolutely huge news. So I believe that this stablecoin bill, Gigawatt, will be coming out soon enough. I don't think it's a US-backed one, but either way, stablecoin is going to be a big deal. And again, these require opcode smart contracts coming out in, 6 to 8 months. So with the smart contracts coming out, that could be a major catalyst to see many of these KRI projects come out. Also then increasing the use case of Casper and therefore its price as utilized more and more in the general world, financial systems as well, insurance, with stablecoins as well. We'll see in due time in real estate, in commodities as well, in regards to the cross-border payments as well. In due time, I'm sure we'll see that as well. The Gigawatt stablecoin, of course, is not just another stablecoin like most are. It's a financial instrument specifically designed for the energy sector. So Casper is going to effectively get deep dived into the energy sector almost off the rip with smart contracts coming out. Renewable energy credits, carbon offsets, green bonds, physical energy infrastructure, and basket of fiat assets. Carbon offsets, Roy O'Neill of the KRI, he confirmed that the emission schedule, the emissions, right, carbon emissions, right, that the sector of carbon emissions, right, will be valued at $2 trillion by 2030 in 5 years' time, and underlying assets of that will be extremely valuable. Therefore, Gigawatt stablecoin, which therefore will also be utilized in Casper, will make Casper extremely valuable in the carbon emissions market, in the future to come. And that's just one part of the energy sector. You've got renewable energy as well, you've got green bonds and so on and so forth. Casper is going to be an integral part of the energy sector, setting its price that much higher. And apparently, which I was linked to this by Mr. Miles, I haven't got the video preloaded, but Donald Trump apparently is also going to be a very bullish catalyst for the energy sector as well. So Trump being in power actually is also going to help this potentially accelerate as well in adoption, and Casper's adoption as well. Gigawatt coin is fractionalized down to the kilowatt hour. This means every fraction represents every real unit of energy. Energy becomes a globally tradable financial asset. Borders become irrelevant. Instant settlements on energy-related transactions via Casper. This is why I'm bullish on Casper. It's black and white. This is the main reason why I'm bullish on Casper. Of course, I'm looking towards 10 BPS smart contracts. The fact that we've got limited tier ones right now, still waiting for Binance and Coinbase and OKX and Upbit and HTX and Crypto.com, Gemini, you name it. There's a lot of exchanges still waiting to list Casper that haven't done it yet. We know they're coming. We know Casper's talking to them. They're not here yet. Those are the reasons to know Casper's going to go up in value. But the reason why I hold Casper for the long term is because the KRI are going to make Casper an integral part of the financial system and real world as we know it, setting its price much higher as used as a form of money, a medium of exchange, but also a store of value. Casper right now being at 15.19 cents, up 1.88% on the daily time frame. This for me is extremely dirt cheap for Casper for where it's going to go in this cycle and the future to come as well in the next 10-20 years. By 2050, I'm sure it's going to be one of, if not the most dominant asset in this space. And by that point, I'm sure you'll see people coming out saying the Casper 2.0 as well. But that's a future mindset, not even bothered. No one thought about Bitcoin 2.0 really, or people always claim to be, but no one's actually seen something that could do something like that till now, since 2021 when Casper was released. And so Polinsky came out saying, yeah, 100 PS on proof of work, we're going to do it. Who's going to join me? We're seeing that right now. And Casper is going to continue developing more and more. On a bit of a less bullish note, we've still got a big thing here. Tangem are releasing their third batch of newly designed Casper co-valid wallets. So again, that's very cool. We all know that, I mentioned it in my stream yesterday as well, that Tangem are finally going to be supporting KRC20 tokens coming in 2 weeks. So that would be, basically keep your eyes peeled for the dates being between the 9th and 15th of December. I suspect we'll then see Tangem saying, yeah, KRC20 coming out with us soon. So again, huge news. Tangem and Casper are very closely tied. And that's going to be very helpful for us in particular because we want to know not your keys to crypto. We want to have the max security of our assets. But yes, ultimately very big new smart contract. Going to be very bullish for Casper coming out in mid of 2025 in the summer. And with all the other developments, that also make these memes, the likes of Nacho, of course, being a big one. Oh, that's a Kango. Every other major one here also become migrated to smart contracts, making them much more valuable as well. Again, as Chris Kang mentioned, smart contracts that get opcos for Casper is the end game. By that point, you have 10 BPS as well. It is the end game for Casper. It will make Casper just shine brighter than anything else. And that's why I'm really bullish on it. The top will be when countries are putting Bitcoin in their reserves. Yes, and we do have posts about that as well. where Christian Carlo, the former CFTC chair, says US Bitcoin reserves makes a lot of sense. Bitcoin's the world's first digital economy, so it will happen in due time. I'm sure we'll see Bitcoin and maybe some other assets become reserves. I think, again, it's inevitable. It will happen. And we're already seeing more and more coming in. In terms of governments, the United States, China, and the United Kingdom collectively hold 463,109 Bitcoin worth $4.32 billion, which represents 2.34% of Bitcoin's current supply. And they're going to keep buying more and more. Bitcoins are going to become, in a sense, more centralized because you're going to have the governments holding the majority of them, which will then make it harder for us to get hold of it. That's going to happen in general. I'm sure Casper will have a similar situation in the future, but right now it's more decentralized by a landslide than Bitcoin. If you look at the addresses right now, Casper right now, into the top addresses, is 15.19%, where I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's right now up to like 23%, if not higher than that. So Casper is much more decentralized than Bitcoin, technically speaking, right now. And I'm sure it's going to continue in that fashion as it becomes more utilized in the real world from, the KRI is going to make it, again, probably more widely adopted. So you won't have just global entities, the government's just holding all of it as a store of value to keep going up and up in price. Speaking of which, though, we've got some other asset news before we get into the main announcement regarding the price prediction, if you will. Ripple, of course, XRP. They've invested in Bitwise, physical XRP, ETP. XRP, ETP is coming out very, very soon. We now have 5 ETFs filings for XRP from Canary Capital, which is Wall Street. 21 shares, again, Wall Street. Bitwise, yes, which is what we've seen here. You now have Wisdom Tree, which I think is also Wall Street. They announced that very, very recently. And they also have the likes of Grayscale. Again, Wall Street. So pretty much all Wall Street institutions. I don't think Bitwise is Wall Street, but otherwise, most Wall Street institutions are now filing for XRP ETFs. But again, it's a good sign that the lawsuit's coming to an end. And that's also the reason why XRP is running right now, up 5%, 6% on the daily time frame. And it's doing quite well, consolidating right now, just short of $1.50. And XRP still stands at number 1 on Grayscale's week returns in top 10 crypto assets. I think last week it pulled in $1.5 billion in profits for their investors. So, I mean, love or hate XRP, it's doing well right now, make people money. You haven't got to like the project, but if it's making you money, it's at least something to look towards, right? I'm not saying if it's XRP, not financial advice. I hold XRP, I've made 3x on it so far, thanks to the pump. I got into it around 50 cents and held it for a good few months and through a whole drum of laws and stuff like that. Didn't touch it, and now it's going up. And right now you're also seeing a run for a lot of the older assets happening right now, the likes of HBAR, Algorand, Quant, XRP, Solana, they're more because retail's now coming back from the last cycle. Because retail's coming back from the last cycle, you're now starting to see the older retailers coming back and they're investing in assets they already knew about. They're not looking to new assets like we have been doing, like Casper. But they'll come back in soon time, I'm sure, when Grayscale also launches their Casper ETFs and 21 Shares launches their Casper ETPs, you'll see people get into Casper as well, and Bitcoin Max will also rotate their money into Casper as well. Another project of mine that I also like, quite a decent project, I think, not a hidden gem, but one that I think quite decent as well, is C, which is a layer 1 as well. I think C's got a lot of potential. I think it's going to be bigger, or as big. I'm not saying it'll flip, but it'd be, in terms of returns, I think it'll be bigger than Sui, which has already made some decent gains right now. It's nearing all-time highs right now at $3.40. But I think C again is a good project and it's doing well right now. So I've already made about a 12% on Sui in gains, and I got into that maybe like last month. I'm not saying this to brag about my earnings at all. Right now, everyone's going to be making money pretty much in this cycle because, again, we're in the position where it's bull market. Everyone's going to make money. I'm just going to the projects that I hold because people have asked me in the past. And these are some of them, and I believe in them. That's not me telling you to buy them. It's just my personal belief. I've done my research into them. You should do yours as well. But in the continuation, we're getting into a bit more about the prediction now. My prediction for Casper and crypto as a whole. So we got here from Bitcoin Magazine, this just in. $872 billion Standard Chartered Bank says $125,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year is still in play despite the dip. This is interesting, and we're going to get into a little bit why in a moment. But it's interesting because that also means right now Bitcoin could potentially see a 25-30% gain from this position right now. Yep, 35% gain, also 30% gain from the position right now. And, they're a big institution, Wall Street, if you will, a massive institution. So, they do hold some weight behind what they say. But remember, again, these people have an agenda. So will it happen or not? We'll have to wait and see. We'll get to that again in just a moment. I mentioned this already about how much the government's already hold, which also can lead into this belief that if they want to send crypto and Bitcoin higher, they most definitely will. CFTC chairman, former CFTC Christian Carlo says here, Bitcoin reserves, US reserves, coming very, very soon. I think it's also possible as well. Japanese public company Remix Point announces to buy $500 million yen worth more of Bitcoin. We'll see more and more of these massive companies buying more Bitcoin. Trump's going to be pushing a stablecoin bill and market structure bill seemingly very, very soon with minimal opposition because, again, most of Congress right now is pro-crypto, so they'll be able to get out quite easily. And he's going to be in office in less than 2 months' time now. So, of course, that's very, very big. And furthermore, which is also British news, according to Fox, Donald Trump's administration is eyeing the CFTC, not the SEC now, to oversee digital asset regulations. That is big, because the SEC has been times all the time. I'm sure the SEC will be reformed to be more pro-crypto anyways, but either way, this could be a very, very British sign to seeing more pro-crypto adoption and better regulations coming into fashion very, very quickly. Bit of, comedic value here. Apparently, Jim Cramer says, I think Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe even some other cryptocurrencies deserve a spot in your portfolio. We know Jim Cramer is the anti-market. If he says something, expect to go down. Right now, Bitcoin's going up. But, if he wants to go, again, it's kind of a battle right now whether what the institutions want and what Jim Cramer wants. I'm sure he knows. If he says it's going to do well, it will come down. He must know that by now. As much as he's a clown, he's not an idiot. So if he's saying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and maybe some other cryptos should be in your portfolio, he's probably trying to say, yeah, get the price down a bit more, because I want to get more myself. At least that's what I personally believe. A bit of speculation, but yeah, he loves to crash the market, whether he means to or not. He does it all the time. And I got this post here. I'll get into a little bit more regarding Giancarlo again talking about AI. But I want to get to this really quickly first as well, talking once more about the legal developments here. Elena Terret, 2 significant legal victory for the crypto industry in the past few days. Today, ruling in the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in regards to Tornado Cash, which says the UST or US Treasury acted unlawfully when they added an open source protocol to its list of sanctioned entities. So I saw this earlier. So Tornado Cash has basically said they did an unlawful search or unlawfully penalised them, and they've won. So that's a very, very big deal. It was also a blow to Senator Warren's AML bill, the anti-crypto bill, basically. And district judge striking down the SEC's proposed expanded broker-dealer rule, which would have included decentralized protocols and automated market makers in an agency's definition of a dealer, subjected them to regulatory scrutiny. So once more, the courts are saying, leave this industry alone, SEC and Senator Warren. That's also why I think we're seeing, even though, yes, the SEC is going to be reformed with Donald Trump, they're still fighting the good fight right now, or trying to finish the last they can do before they get rebranded, if you will. So Trump again doing this is a very, very big deal for me. We'll see hopefully more developments coming out very, very soon, and more bills coming out very soon as well for crypto. But anyways, I did go on a little bit of a tangent. Get to this point here. From this point here regarding that the chart is saying the peak for Bitcoin. So I'm going to load up some websites here, if you will. Going to get the source up real quickly regarding where I think crypto could go in the immediate short term, right? Getting that just a quick moment, but we've got some sources I want to cover here, which I think is incredibly important to note. Again, this is based on historical data. It's not, confirmed by any means, but it's important to note nonetheless of where we can see the market go from here. So right now we can see the CBBI, which is based on real-time analysis of 9 metrics to help understand what stage of the bull market we are at right now. Is a very, very crucial indicator. It's based on historical data from 9 metrics, right? This peaked at 81. It peaked at 81, about 2 days ago. And now we're down at 79 again. So once more, the CBBI is high, but is not overheated just yet. We're not going to likely see a massive, plummet like we did in March. When we saw March here, we saw it get really overheated in January, or in March here when Bitcoin went to all-time highs of 70k, and we saw it got massively overheated, and we saw it come down and start making a recovery again. So I don't think we're here yet. This seems to suggest we're nearing the levels of November of 2023, or maybe January 2023. We're starting to lead up. That's what 80 last time happened, end of December. So right now we could be starting to see that we're in the end of December cycle, which therefore means we must start seeing, an early sign, an early signal that we're going to start leading towards a cool-off period very, very soon. Keep in mind as well with Bitcoin, Bitcoin so far in November has been incredibly bullish. You know, since Trump got elected, right, we've seen a 40-50% gain in Bitcoin in a span of, you know, 2 or 3 weeks. That is incredibly bullish. So if you see a cool off, don't be disheartened by that. If anything, that's expected to see. We expect to see a cool off. Like, why wouldn't we? We've seen a massive surge in Bitcoin in such a short amount of time, and it's not. Again, it's Bitcoin. It's not like, you know, Casper. Casper doing a 4% gain is nothing. You know, it's such a small asset in comparison. We've seen some similar stuff already. So that's great. But Bitcoin, you know, we saw 4% gain, so 68k to 98k, a 3,000 amount of dollars was just pumped. You know, market went up. You know, it's ridiculous. We've now seen crypto surpass $3.29 trillion market cap. It's going up higher and higher. So once more, for me, and I draw out these zones, and right now these zones seemingly have come to fruition. I said that we'll probably see a level of resistance around the 91k zone, which we did see. Bitcoin correct down to 91k, and it's right now rebounding quite strongly off that, up 4.5% on the daily time frame. This might be the bottom. And that's also Bitcoin now, again, in accordance to Standard Chartered Bank, pushed to 125k, leading into the first quarter of 2025, into next year. Again, with Trump coming to power very, very soon. But also, I would not be surprised if in the next month, you know, leading in the first half of December, we start seeing a bit of a cool-off period where Bitcoin corrects down, and we see Bitcoin come down to 90k again and stay hovering between this zone here, 90k, 91k to 87k. Worst case for me, we see Bitcoin come down to 80k, because that again seems to be a level of support to an extent here, or maybe 85k. If you see Bitcoin come down massively, we'll probably see the market crash, or alts follow with it and correct quite heavily. If you see Bitcoin come down to 87k, I think we'll see a small correction followed by alts flying up in value, because again, that money you'll see the Bitcoin dominance come down quite significantly. Right now, Bitcoin dominance is it's quite under that, so that's why alts are doing okay. I probably need to re-evaluate my trading, my market thing. Yes, so I'm going to quickly redo that actually, to get a better line. Cause I did it on such a small time frame. I want to get on a longer one. So let's get it from January 2023. This bottom here, draw up there. We can see that's the more accurate trend of what's happening right now. So should Bitcoin go underneath this trend line, we're going to probably start seeing alts go parabolic. So when you see Bitcoin come below, you know, 57% dominance in the market right now. So as a result there, so we've got the CPBI right now is extremely undervalued, but that's not all. This is also their funding heat map, which if we go to the quarter slider and put it down to 100 to be more fair, or in and around 100, and we go to the last year, we can see right now equally the level of orange showing how heated the market is right now, how much investment's coming into it right now. We can see again, we're seeing a lot of, you know, overheating with GOAT and PopCat again being popular memes and biggest AI memes. So again, it's expected. But we are also seeing, we're seeing right now, if anything, we're seeing early signs of again December, which also coincides once more with the CPI. December again, we're saying that's when we're at 80. So we could be again showing signs at December time where we were seeing it starting to get a little bit of heat here, before getting a lot hotter in January, cooling off, and then getting parabolic again in March. Right now, I think we're at this stage here again potentially. But also we have this other metric here, which is the Bitcoin Pi Cycle Top Indicator on Pro Bitcoin Magazine Pro, which we can see coincidentally time and time again, every time the price, the yellow line, crosses the 350-day moving average, the green line, so 111-day moving average to 350-day moving average, the yellow green line, when it crosses, that's why the Bitcoin corrects. There's a bull cycle top here, bull cycle top here, bull cycle top here. Right now, the line's not crossed yet, so definitely we're not in a bull cycle top just yet. We've still got a lot more room for bullish momentum, I believe. So that's a 10th metric now to showcase that in this position we're in right now, we still are seeing we're nearing a high, definitely, but I think we've still got a lot more bullish momentum. I think I'm still right now holding again. So this is definitely possible. We could see Bitcoin surge to 125k. By the end of the year, I'll be happy about. I'm a bit skeptical about it. I think Bitcoin will surpass 100k before the end of the year, but I think Bitcoin is probably doing a bit of a dance, if you will, right now. This game could have been the correction needed to liquidate the longs and now start to pump again. and I was seeing a short squeeze and pushing the long up to 100k again. So we could see in the next few days, definitely possible. If not, I would potentially think we're going to see Bitcoin start making a correction as we got rejected at 100k already towards 87k potentially. Also go a little bit flying, and we'll see it, maybe a few months of that, no, a few weeks of that, maybe a month or so max, and then start to see it go up much higher again, surpassing 100k into the end of the year, going to New Year as well. This sort of information I'll probably go into a lot more detail for those who are in my Discord server, my free community. Shout out to people in there, link in the chat once more. But these are just a number of metrics that I have been doing my research into, following other content creators as well, to give an understanding of where I think, again, based on historical data. Again, what we're in right now, keep in mind, is a new market with institutional investors, so it's hard to really ascertain and judge where we're going to go from here. But if historical data ends up being correct, it suggests right now that we're not in a top yet, because it's not crossed yet. We're getting a little bit overheated, but it's still not nearly as bad as we saw in January. And we got a lot more coming. And in January as well, we saw... January was here. We saw it come up and then come down a little bit, and then go up again, and then get overheated. So... I think, again, we're currently at 79. I think we've still got a lot higher highs incoming again. So for me, to go back to the question that Casper Frog asked about where the markup's going to be, I have seen a lot of sources suggesting that, Trump coming to office Q1 in January 20th, a lot of stablecoin regulations and bills get implemented in the first quarter of 2025. Those developments and all the other stuff I've seen could definitely lead to the market not topping out in first quarter and going towards top in mid 2025. But at the same time, should this information here be correct, and when it gets too overheated, which again it very well could do in the first quarter of 2025, then I would like to believe we'll see a top potentially in the first quarter. Then we'll see a cool-off period, because again, by that point you'll see the regulations come into play as well. A cool-off period, and then because of how much institutional adoption is here, I think we probably will see, again, not financial advice at all, do your own research, but I think there's a good chance we could see a double top and go much higher, which would then give Casper still the time to go through a pump. And I think, again, worst case scenario, we don't see that and we just get a one top in summer, or again potentially in first quarter. Casper has proved itself already time and time again to not follow the cycle properly, doing that in one of the worst bear markets in history. So smart contracts coming out on the KRI, adopting more of these projects, getting more involved, stablecoins, all that stuff as well. I think Casper will generate its own miniature bull rally following that, when everything else is dumping. And they say that miniature because it's also following Bitcoin. The Bitcoin maxis might say, "Oh, Bitcoin's dumping, or let's go to Casper instead, because it's doing really, really well. It's got stablecoins, it's got smart contracts now." Again, that's my personal belief, not financial advice at all. But where I see it right now, I think we're in a position right now where the market is still doing very well, still, making a rally seemingly towards 100k. If we do get rejected here again at 100k, double top, I think we see Bitcoin come down to this zone here, somewhere between 87k or lowest case 80k. If we surpass that, great. Then I think we do see what standard chart I said, 125k. Maybe not by the end of the year, but definitely rallying toward that. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse did also state that we should see a $5 trillion market cap in crypto by the end of the year. I don't know if that's possible. That's quite a lot to be putting into the market. I think 125k Bitcoin would probably put us close to that. So if that is the case, then yes, we could see that. And again, these are institutions, so they may want to do that as well. But it depends whether we get rejected in the next few days or not. If we get rejected at 100k or not, which again, we have already done that once, again, twice, we'll see it come down. If not, then we'll see high highs. But again, altcoins will happen around here. If it goes lower, that'll be a crash in the market. Or not crash, but a heavy correction, if you will, in the market. Alts will collapse with it as well. And but again, we've still got higher highs coming as well, I'd like to believe, following all the other data that suggests that, again, as much as things are getting a bit overheated right now, we're nowhere near as heated as we should be just yet. Like, we've still got a lot more high highs coming, and I still want to believe that Casper is still going to take this market by storm. It's not going to have all major developments coming out, but we know tier ones are coming. Binance, Coinbase may be a bit late, but Binance is coming. I'm sure OKX is coming. I'm sure Gemini and Crypto.com and Robinhood will come in due time as well. We know Binance in particular is coming though. We know smart contracts are coming in summer. We know 10 BPS is coming in the first quarter by like March time latest, ideally in 2025. So Casper will definitely see a pump. Again, I'm still saying bearish $2. My personal belief, not financial advice. And following that, if we see a market top by first quarter, we'll see a correction, if you will, and potentially a double top. Again, if all the other significant developments regarding, stablecoin bills and crypto adoption. And again, if the Bitcoin to become a US Bitcoin reserve and global reserve as well, that'll also cause more bullish momentum as well, leading to higher highs into the latter half of 2025. But again, potentially, all the hype around crypto could just cause the market to get so overheated that it literally just doesn't have a stop. It gets to the first quarter around 90, and we don't see it top because, Donald Trump's now in power, seeing it go higher and higher, and it just keeps going up higher. If it doesn't stop at 90, or like doesn't see a correction or call-off period properly, a significant one, we'll probably see it just top out at 100, probably again potentially in summer. And at that point, then Casper might miss out on the potential gains it could make, but smart contract I think will either stem the bleeding or give its own miniature rally whilst crypto's correcting. Because again, that's people who know, a lot of institutions know of Casper. That's why you got Grayscale, or considering Casper now. That's why you got 21 Shares with Zodia custody. Zodia now looking at Casper as well, partnering with Casper. You've got multiple, KRI again, going to send Casper to the moon sort of thing. So while we are still early and the market is truly hard to judge where it's going to go from here, I'm still very optimistic about crypto's going to go from here and Casper as well. And it's not just me. Giancarlo here, I'll play this video out for all of you here before I answer more questions. Trump apparently wants to create the second industrial revolution in America, and he thinks crypto, which we have seen already of him being pro-crypto, AI, nanotech, biotech, and quantum tech could lead to plus 4% economic growth and get us out of debt. According to ex-CFTC chairman Giancarlo on Fox, take a very close listen.
This is why I do think a crypto czar is critically important, because there's a lot of promises, as you mentioned, and they're across the board. It's not just the SEC chair does this. You need tax writers to make sure that the moratorium on capital gains taxes on U.S. crypto that he's promised is done. You're going to need the White House counsel's office to write the executive orders to end what they call choke point 2.0, the debanking of crypto. You're going to need somebody to run this crypto council.
And you think he'll do it?
Oh, I think he's committed to do it because it's part of his overall. Look, Trump wants to create the second industrial revolution in America.
And he thinks crypto is one of the pathways.
Part of it, well, along with nanotechnology, AI, quantum computing, biotechnologies. If we could go from where we've been the last few years, which resistance to innovation, to really furthering innovation, we might be able to get to that 4.5% growth rate.
So that is seemingly the agenda, if you will, that Trump is trying to push forward. Hence why you're seeing, potentially a Bitcoin reserve coming soon, which again, Trump will probably want that as well. He's already mentioned, I think he wants that. We're seeing bills that get pushed forward very, very true through his administration because he wins. And a lot of the Congress now is pro-crypto. And this also coincides once more that we could see a rally of Bitcoin and crypto much higher than we expect. Again, Casper would follow that as well. Again, because he wants to push out energy stuff as well, I'm sure. I've heard. And that'll also help Casper and the KRI as well. I think he will do it, or I think he'll do it to an extent. I think he wants to do it. And that also then coincides with my belief that while I love Casper and I think Casper's a great project and I think it's going to do well in the cycle, and of course, cycle to follow that, that's still why I talk about it in the stream and also in my Discord server about why, as much as I love Casper, I'm not all in. I've got 70% of my allocation in Casper, so again, it's very, very big. It's very, very big amount of money. I'm at my allocation in Casper in regards to other projects, but I still hold other projects that I think are very, very good. I think Tau's going to be a big gain in the cycle. I would want to say maybe a 10x from here. I suspect we could hopefully see a $5 Tau, $5,000 Tau from here, if not even higher. Because it's like one of the biggest AI projects right now. And again, Donald Trump wants AI to do really, really well. And we're seeing Nvidia going really parabolic still right now. I think DeepSeek again is another great undervalued AI project that I'm very bullish on as well. DeepSeek's going to be a good one. I think there are multiple projects in this space to look towards. Again, that's why I talk about my server. It's not just Casper. I think Casper's great and is by far the best one in this space, my belief. But you can make money in other things as well. Memes, AI, gaming, L1s. Of course, you've got proof of works, Bitcoin and Casper. Real world assets like XRP. There are multiple ways to make money in this space. That's what I talk about in my server, in this stream. And I'll be getting more into that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Potentially, but we'll see that in due time. But either way, for me, crypto is a very, very, it's a massive opportunity for all us all. Not financial advice, of course. Be very careful. But I think crypto right now is a massive opportunity. We're seeing institutions worldwide actively support crypto. A lot of countries who are anti-crypto, I think yesterday I showcased that Morocco banned crypto in 2017. Now they've unbanned it. China was the same thing not too long ago as well. Russia, the massive superpowers as well, used to ban and be against crypto. Even America were against crypto. Look where we're at now. Trump's going to push crypto forward to the next revolution, the second industrial revolution with crypto and AI. That's why I'm happy that I'm investing into crypto and assets like Casper, which will be, in my belief, an integral part of the future monetary system with where we're going with crypto as a whole. I think we've got a lot incoming for crypto as a whole in this cycle, which will be very, very bullish. We'll take our tops in the cycle, go through the bear cycle, and just, make our money where we can and just hedge out and just keep DCAing into it. And then the next cycle will be even more parabolic. I do believe, with again the chance that Bitcoin will become a US reserve and reserves global reserve, but I do believe that Bitcoin will become a $1 million asset. Not this cycle, no way. But maybe 2-3 cycles from now, maybe 2032, 2033. Next 2 cycles, I think by then we could see Bitcoin be $1 million. That's the case right now. You've got 10x in Bitcoin. Think about what Casper could do by that point. Or any of the assets that have got good longevity behind them. Tau, of course, seems to be a big AI one. XRP, love or hate it. I think it'll stick around for quite some time. Sui and C, I'm holding them for this cycle. Will I hold it on for after that? I'm not too sure just yet. But I think by that point, you have other markets, like gaming market will go parabolic as well by that point. A lot of games are going to do really, really well. I think it's going to have a good cycle. This one, potentially take off this cycle, and the next cycle would be even more bullish. Bringing value to NFTs and everything else as well. Where gaming will become, like, think about Call of Duty, for example. Call of Duty right now, you buy the game, and then you buy and sell your skins, and then if the server shut down, you've lost everything and you spent wasted money on a gameplay in Warzone or something. With crypto gaming, that can bring value to that stuff and mean that the server will never go down because someone can run a node to run the server. And also, if you get bored of the game, don't want to play it anymore, you can sell your skins as NFTs on the market and then get the money to then buy something else. Or rent it out. I've seen other gamings already that they rent out their skins to people so they can rent it out and use it, which also then generates them a revenue as well. So there are multiple avenues that crypto gaming offers to the gaming industry that I think is why I'm still very bullish on crypto gaming. Why I think I could do very, very well. I hold currently Vulcan Forge. I'm going to get into Nakamoto very, very soon. And Naka. I think Ultra's going to be a big one as well. I think GFAL might do okay. Miria, again, I'm kind of optimistic about that one as well. I think Lux Beam's going to do very, very big as well. And there are more that I'm looking into in this cycle as well, which I've not disclosed. But ultimately, there are loads of projects in this space to make money. And I think Trump's going to help push crypto to the next forefront of this monetary, to the forefront of this, adoption, if you will, bringing much more money into the space than we could possibly fathom. People are saying conservatively 6 trillion. I think 6 trillion is very possible in this market cycle. People are saying 10. I think 10 is excessive, but I think it's also doable. For me, 6 to 8, maybe 6 to 9. More maybe 6 to 8 is probably what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's where I think we might see the top of the cycle, which would then put Bitcoin comfortably around 150k, maybe a little bit higher. Right now it's at maybe 200k, because right now Bitcoin's at 100k, almost a $2 trillion market cap. Bitcoin always takes up about 50% of the total market cap. So by that point, if we see a 6 trillion, right? If you see 6 trillion, it'll probably reach 150k. If we see 8 trillion, it'll probably reach 200k Bitcoin. Again, the amount of money flowing into the space is really hard to ascertain where the top of crypto is going to be. We've got a lot of development suggesting that it's going to be very, very bullish, more bullish than we could possibly fathom. Again, that would put crypto market cap at 5 trillion by the end of the year. That's possible. It's very possible. So you've got to make sure you do your own research and be very, very careful about what's happening in the space and try not to just chase candles, right? You've got to understand that when things get overheated, when that number reaches 90, when that gets too orange, when these lines start to get too close to crossing, it's time to start looking to get out and take some profits, and then maybe get back in again if you do see a double top. Much as people want to min-max and get the best out of everything, if you're trying to always time it perfectly, you're going to fail. It's very hard to time everything perfectly. You're better off just taking a good investment, right? A good profit on everything you do. And that's why with Casper right now, I have not taken any profits. I'm holding more and more because I think it's going to go much, much higher. And following all these developments, what Nacho coming to Nacho, the alpha about Nacho being a key contributor of Rusty, Casper, and smart contracts, has chosen Nacho to lead groundbreaking cross-chain initiative. That's huge for Nacho. Big things coming in 2025. Nacho will go much, much higher, I'm sure. Coming to Nacho, other meme tokens as well. Smart contracts sending these projects parabolic of Casper as well. Is why I'm holding on to it, and I'll take profits at certain zones, but I think it can go much, much higher. And of course, holding it long term, I think Casper's going to be an amazing investment. My first, again, not financial advice, but I think it's going to be an amazing investment in the 10, 20 odd years from here now. Even this cycle, I think it'll be great, but I think cycle to come as well, it'll be equally as bullish, if not more so. Again, Casper right now has been consolidating around this zone for the past week or so. Since the 21st of November, so exactly 6-7 days now, we're seeing consolidating in this zone here between it dropped down to 14 cents here when Bitcoin collapsed, or corrected about 5%, and we're seeing it just consolidate in this zone right now. And I think that Casper will remain in this region. If Bitcoin starts to rally, I think Casper will start to rally with it a little bit. And we'll see a Binance listing coming, which I think will hopefully happen for the end of the year. If not, early Q1 2025, we'll start seeing Casper get the adoption it needs, and the price will go parabolic. These YouTubers who say Casper will reach $15 probably will sell at 3 and ensure the exit liquidity, and they keep saying Casper will reach 15 to the bull run. Possibly, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm again not throwing shade to anyone who's saying that. I think it's a very moonboy prediction, and there is potential there just saying that to get the bag to pump higher so they can end up getting out the extra liquidity. You've got to be careful who you trust in this space. That's why I said, for me, again, my predictions I think are very conservative, and I've been very transparent. I think with everyone here for the most part. Obviously, there's some things that I won't disclose because they're private, but for the most part, everything that I do in this space, I've been very transparent about what I hold, majority of what I hold, my strategy for Casper. Of course, that's a bit of a trust me bro thing. I know it's hard to trust people. I've just said that, but I mean, I'm not going to show you my wallets, am I? Like, I'm not going to show you how much I have, but I will be like, yeah, I mean, I haven't sold Casper. I mean, I have no reason to sell Casper right now. Why would I? My conviction in Casper is really, really strong. Why would I sell Casper? I sold other projects in this space. I sold XRP. I made 3x on XRP, so I sold some of it and put it into C and more into Casper. But I've not sold Casper because why would I? I've got much more money to make in Casper, I believe, much higher. I think XRP has more money to come as well, but my conviction is stronger in Casper. Bull market for Casper will not finish with the rest of the alts because there are so many things happening in Casper in 2025, so behavior. Yeah, again, that's kind of what I was stating as well. I think Casper, again, will follow the market, but with what's coming in 2025, it may not be parabolic, right? But it may go on its own miniature bull cycle following that because, again, smart contracts coming out, 10 BPS, multiple tier ones, I'm sure, coming, KRI launching projects, all of that stuff's going to be parabolic. And KRC20, again, getting more adoption as well, will make these tokens, I'm sure, go parabolic. When they become smart contracts as well, huge, huge news. Davey, I like your info. I just wish you had a daily summary video. I can't listen to an hour stream every day. I apologize, my man. I really do. I've been struggling, or I guess maybe lazy is the right word, with making content videos. It took me literally over a month to make another video. I made one talking about Binance listing here. I understand the sentiment about struggling by watching an hour stream. I do. The streams are kind of nothing that people can listen to in the background. I am now going to start getting on top and being more active with videos again as well. It probably won't be daily, maybe every 3 days, maybe 4. So aim to make at least 2 a week. This week's going to be a hard one because I'm meant to be going away to see family on Friday through to Monday. So streams are still hopefully going to be going as usual, but it will be difficult I might have some issues. Right now I've been going strong doing daily streams. Hopefully it stays that way. But again, things could change because I'm going to be in a new setup, a new location. So who knows what's going to happen. I've taken precautions to make sure everything's good right now, but things are unpredictable right now in this space and with work in general. But yes, I do understand the sentiment. I apologize, my man. I will be making more daily videos while I can, and it probably will be a bit of something of what I spoke about on streams. Making more videos, maybe 2 or 3 a week, if I can. But otherwise, I mean, for the most part, I hope you do enjoy the content you do listen to in the streams, my man. Smart contract new listing, etc. I mean, yeah, a lot incoming for Casper. Ultimately, that's a kind of a TLDR. Smart contracts coming out. Be game changing, big development for KRC20 coming out, Bert World coming out 29th. Nacho is doing amazing stuff very, very soon in 2025 as well, and listings of course on the horizon for Casper. We know that much in due time, I'm sure. And of course, major developments in the other assets, XRP, C, real world development, stuff like that, and crypto, and hopefully just more higher highs incoming as well. We can start dreaming about Casper ETFs yet. Good question. I think there's always a good thing to dream about it. I do believe this cycle we will get ETFs for Casper and ETPs. I think we will because again we're seeing a lot of developments in the crypto space regarding regulatory clarity and stuff like that coming through very, very soon. So I think we will definitely start seeing some ETFs for Casper because again for what an asset it is. But I think we need to see more adoption still. Again, 10 BPS will be a big factor, probably being more attention to Casper. You see more tier ones as well coming to Casper. I think we will get. Ultimately, my answer is yes. I still will see some this cycle. Casper the best stable coin, yeah, 100%. It's so stable. It's almost like XRP, isn't it? Doing nothing for a year. Welcome back, Zara, my man. Welcome back to your stream. Hope you're doing well, my man. What's your Casper bearish price prediction? 25 again. $2 bearish. Good morning, someone from California. Welcome, my man. Or Cali. We need CFTC instead of SEC. Commodities versus securities. I believe Bitcoin and Casper will be deemed as commodities. Gold, oil, wheat, truly a hard asset. I agree. I mean, CFTC again. I don't have the. I don't think I have the stream, the video up. Christian Carlo. He was mainly referencing XRP and about the fact that he basically just stated that XRP is not a security. But for me, it coincided once more about what the CFTC is, because the former CFTC chairman, he stated that yes, while obviously he's talking about XRP, but he's like, yes, it's SEC has been against it. He said that the SEC, with Trump's new administration coming in, they're going to probably drop the case with Ripple quite quickly, because again, it's already been disclosed in the courts of law that XRP is not a security. So CFTC having more influence in the regulation of stablecoins, of crypto assets, I think will be a very big deal and help assets get more clarity, and Casper in particular as well, because again, it's like Bitcoin. Hey Jay, thanks for the daily stream. Great work. Thank you very much, man. Welcome back to the stream. I have a question. Do you hold any KRC-20 meme coins? Also, is there an easy way to buy them out using Telegram bots? Thanks. Good question, my man. It's all good. Thank you very much for watching the stream and the kind words. I don't hold any right now, full disclosure. I've been told quite a bit about them recently, and I feel like I'm starting to miss out on some big stuff coming very, very soon, so I will be getting to it in due time. I've disclosed the ones I do like. I like Nacho, Kango, Kas Kaspa. All the ones in the top right now, I'm very optimistic and bullish about. There are a lot of the ones that seem to be doing quite well that are undervaluable, that might have a good chance. Rusty seems to be one of them. I think Popcat could do decent. I think Kimmy could be decent. Some other ones as well that I'm sure could do quite well. So I'll be getting some of those, I'm sure, in due time. In terms of where to buy them, you could always look on the tickers on Kas. You go on to kas.fyi. This information is on my Discord server once more, so go check it out there. But kas.fi, click on KRC20 tokens up here, and you can then just see the tokens there, and then check that out. Scroll down, you can see that they're normally completely updated fully. Not obviously right now, Casper been launched on Bitconomy, and that's not on here yet, but it's quite up to date most of the time. So you can see the ports for Casper here, for Nacho and other projects here. I think Telegram bot's the most popular one, or the most used one right now, but these other exchanges are getting more now. So you've got Coinex and Pinex with Nacho. Kango's got a hell of a load. You see a load with Kango. They've got Bitconomy, Coinstore, Bitmart, MEXCXT, Ascendex, loads and loads. Apparently a tier 1 should be coming to Kango in due time. I want to hope that is true, because that would be huge for Kango and the KRC20 community as a whole. Hopefully bring more optimism that we'll see more tier 1s coming to these other memes soon enough. I haven't bought any yet, so I can't tell you why I buy them, because I haven't bought them yet. I'll probably buy them on an exchange, and then I would also want to put them into a Tangem wallet, which again is coming out in 2 weeks for KRC20. That'll be very, very big. But yeah, I mean, Telegram bot, it can be a bit, and also I think they're quite at that 5% fee, something like that. So again, it's a bit iffy. But that's just at least what I know about it. Again, if you want to know more, free Discord server in the description, in the chat, and my YouTube homepage, and we've got a whole section about KRC20. You can ask a question in the KRC20 channel, and someone will give you an answer. Because they've got a lot of people who are very bullish on those memes in there on the KRC20, so you'll get some help. I'm sure you will. Massimiro, Casper will top up 37 cents. Yeah, ZAR again. Just have to disclose because people I think are still not completely used to it. But ZAR is a big troll. I think people are still uncompletely used to ZAR. ZAR is love the man now. He was he is a very big troll. But he is bullish on Casper, so don't make no mistake about it. But yeah, he's saying he'll top up 47 cents. Bearish case is 20 cents. Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Who knows, ZAR? Let's go Nacho. Yeah, Nacho looking very, very good. Cap a minute 45 cents. I think that's also true. Welcome back, Mohammed. Welcome back to stream, my man. If we close the daily candle above 15.2 cents, we're heading to 21 cents. Doubt we will go above till January. Got a feeling we'll range in the highs in December. While Bitcoin and Ethereum find local tops, January will be altcoin season. That's also what I've been hearing as well. I've been hearing that altcoin season will be in January most likely. And I think that's also based on the Bitcoin dominance and also this data that I showcase here. So you get a little bit overheated, so it'll come back down. Altcoins will go flying a little bit. I do want to believe that Casper will start making a rally and make a new all-time high by the end of the year. Again, time will tell. Obviously, 21 cents if the zone got to, or 20.7 cents if the zone got to break. But I think it's possible. But again, time will tell. I think that China unbanning crypto is much larger than people are giving it credit for. I think the Chinese people might love Casper for centralization, maybe. I mean, I do think China unbanning it is definitely big. It's one of the biggest economies in the world. So that's a huge, huge deal. Until Casper is on Binance, it's not going anywhere. unfortunately saying this is with a heavy heart as a Casper investor myself. Watching every other coin pump 5% every day is testing my conviction. I mean, yeah, Casper is definitely the most bipolar and frustrating project right now. I agree with that much. I agree with that sentiment. It is but I mean, for me, whenever I think about the test of my conviction of where Casper's going to go, I'm like, okay, well, how long am I holding Casper for? 10 plus years. Okay, what's coming to Casper? Smart contracts, 10 BPS, tier 1 will come by then. KRI launching these projects for Casper in summer. I'm like, okay, cool. I know it's going to make money. I'm not bothered by it. At least I believe I know it's going to make money. It may not, but I think it probably will. But I do agree it is quite tough to watch Casper, while it's consolidating right now, as Star said, as a troll, being a stablecoin, while everything else is doing quite well in pumps right now. But with Binance coming, which I think will come in due time, that will definitely cause more volatility with Casper. Right now, Casper volume right now is not doing too badly. It's come down a little bit, but I think it will recover in due time, hovering between 150 for the most part and 300 million. Trading is a mind game. I try not to look at other coin pumps. No need to believe in Casper. I mean, yeah, I do. I mean, obviously, I hold other projects in this space, but I do, I try not to compare Casper to other projects because, again, it's quite different. And I do understand that Casper's building a lot right now, and when it comes out and the adoption comes through, Casper will do very, very well. Used to hold 90% in Casper and missed all the gains for more than a year. Don't be more and diversify into different assets. I mean, that's one way of putting it, yes. I mean, I hold a lot in Casper, definitely. But I do agree that diversifying is probably the so-called safe thing to do. Because again, in the off chance touch wood, somehow Casper does not take off in this cycle. If you diversify, you at least get some gains from other projects. Again, I've made 2x in XRP, 3x in XRP. I made the 2x in Vulcan Forge. I've made 20% in C. I made money in memes as well. I've made like a 10x or plus, actually even over that in the meme tokens that I've been holding and trading on Solana. So, diversify is always a good thing to do. My personal belief, again, not financial advice. I'm happy you're listening to me now. Quick crypto, we printing money, don't be a moron and not diversify. I mean, yeah, I do. Again, I've always been bullish on Casper. It's still my largest holding, but I've always stated that diversifying is probably the best thing to do. It's not a case of obviously you can be. I think Casper could be very, very good if you're going to go all in. Casper made the best one as a long-term holding. My personal belief, not financial advice, but I think diversifying is always the strongest thing to do. It's just a case of divvying out your investments, hedging your bets, if you will. Don't be a moron, just don't want to deal with the stress. Do what you want to do, I'll do what I want to do. I mean, yeah. That's why I said, bit of a weird way to put it. I wouldn't say anyone's a moron by any case, but I think going in all in onto an asset, if any asset, Casper is probably the best one, but at the same time, I think hedging your bets is a risk-averse thing to do. It's high risk-averse, right? But either way, I don't think it's a bad decision by any means. Not financial, of course. But I'm sure, Tony, you've done your research and you believe in Casper anyways, and you're holding it long term. So either way, those who are, I think, will do very, very well this cycle. But yeah, as Bufflink says, if you enjoy these streams, leave a like, share, subscribe for more. And as Casper Frog says here, and I remind people, yes, remember Czar. Shout out to you, my man. You become quite a key part of this community, but he is a troll. So if he is chatting a lot of rubbish to you in the chat, don't take it to heart. He is he is partly being truthful in stuff he says, but at the same time he is also trying to get under people's skin as a joke. He got under my skin at the very beginning, talking about sending all his Casper to Sui, and I did get caught by that. I now realize he's a troll, and now we're all bants and laughs. Either way, he was to an extent right, because Sui has been up almost 2x since he was shitting it like that. The only thing I disagree with though is that how much as I think Sui is a decent project, I think that I wouldn't sell my Casper for Sui, and I still strongly believe that. But either way, I think Casper's got higher highs incoming in this cycle. Again, time will tell. It's been a long time, but I think it'll do well. Oh yeah, Zol is not a troll, just legit. I mean, he is a troll. He's a bit of both. He can interchange between the both. He is a troll, but he also is legit. Like he treads that line quite nicely. ORT, TAI, and Sensei printing money, haha. And here people are all in on Casper, paying for balance testing. I mean, you can say that about any project. XRP printed $1.5 billion in the last week. It had its run. That's all it is. That's all it is. Like, any project can be printing money and Casper right now done nothing for a year. Yeah, it's a bit of a iffy thing, right? But people will then start, when Casper ends up having its run, which it probably will do, I think Casper will reach at least $2. Let's say worst case $1, that's still a 7x from here. Almost 7x from here. That's going to be printing money then, isn't it? It's just a case of when, So while yes, we're applying for Binance system for me will come in due time, but it's just not going to come. It may not come this year. I want to believe it will do because there's a lot of developments suggesting that it will do. A lot of big things coming for Casper and Binance seemingly, but when it will come, I don't know. But either way, it's just it's time. If the element of the market right now, Casper market is not here yet. It had a great market already, and it's come have a massive year cool off period. Its cool off period, I think, is hopefully going to come to an end after seeing this bottom here. I want to see now it's going to come to an end. It's going to start pushing up again. It might be an up-down momentum like we've been seeing in the previous, from May up to August. We'll probably make a new all-time high again, I'm sure, in the next, month or two. But again, it's just the current motion of the market is Casper is not going through, what it did in the bear cycle. But with what's coming to Casper and with tier ones more coming in due time, I'm sure you'll see a pump. I'm confident that much. ZAR just catches the latest pump. ZAR, ZAR, I think he's nothing against ZAR. I find that man quite entertaining. He's just he just laughs, isn't it? I listen to him, I listen to all of you in the space and I hear what you say and I'm like, okay, cool. Sometimes I can just ascertain what he's being serious about and what he's joking about. But he's asked to go on dates with people in the chat multiple times. It's just is what it is, right? Kimberly, welcome to you can't get stressed about Casper not pumping. I'm seeing every coin has its time. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. XRP had its time like last 3 weeks. Casper's not yet, but Casper had its time 2 years ago. Casper had its time for 2 years a year ago, and now it's like, okay, now it's coming up for a call-off period. It'll come back, I'm sure. Casper needs to finish smart contracts and picked up Binance by the end of 2025. I think it will pump. I agree. Buy ETH is gold. Gold right now, ETH is definitely doing quite well. If ETH surpasses 4K, all-time highs, that's also a good sign of altcoin season starting. So I think ETH's going to start making a gradual rise. If it surpasses 4K, that's not 4.1K. That'll probably be a sign that altcoin is going to start. That's what altcoin normally means after Bitcoin makes after Ethereum makes all-time high. So yeah, that's also something to look out for. This zone up here is something to look out for. When Ethereum breaks that, that'll be trying to altcoin season starting then. He loves Casper and taps in daily. If he pumps it, he's one of the first to say Casper's amazing. Yeah, true. Yeah. He knows it, but it's calm. Like, there's no hate to the man. Like, it's just all laughs out here. It's all laughs out here. We all love each other, surely. Casper is going to bulldoze Ethereum in the next couple of years. I agree. Maybe not this cycle. Actually, probably not this cycle, but it will dominate in Ethereum in terms of being a platform that is faster than Ethereum and better than Ethereum with smart contracts. And then in the years to come, it will start overtaking Ethereum, I'm sure. What's up, Andy A? Just bought 10.27 more Casper. Wow. Big up to you, Andy. Looking very good, my man. Buy more and more. Guys, please don't be all in on Casper. You will lose so much profit. Really consider diversifying to AI, gaming, and strong memes. You will get it. Casper after losing is still a long way to pump. That's what I've been saying again. I think Casper's great. And if you want to be all in on a project and you're holding it really, really long term, not financial advice again. It's not financial advice, but you're holding a project really, really long term, and you want to be all in, Bitcoin and Casper. The two proof of works that are going to be following the power law, going up high and high in value in due time. But if you want to otherwise diversify, then I think diversifying is the best thing to do. That's what I do. I diversify. And again, there are more ways to do it, but again, it's not me telling you what to do. I'm not saying don't be all in on Casper. If you want to, fine. Up to you. You do your own research, do your own decisions. I think it's better off diversifying for more risk averse, but again, that's my personal belief. I never said I'm all in. I diversify my portfolio. People are just talking about that stuff now. Cas Pro, 153k Casper and keep buying. My goal is to see it long at 250k. Big up to you, man. Hope you do very, very well. Anyway, that being said, because I'm pretty sure the questions now just become a bit of a back and forth between the community of people, but either way, that is no more questions for me, it seems. But either way, that being said, thank you all once more for joining the stream today. It's been a good stream. Tomorrow, Thursday, I will be streaming at normal. Yeah, there you go. Still ZAR trolling. Love it. If it gets too fussy, I will have to start banning you. So Kimberly, if it gets too much, let me know. I'm sure you understand it's a joke, so you're not bothered by it. But if it is, then again, I will take action because I don't want to course, anything too. I mean, yeah, again, much as we know it's a joke, if it gets too much, just is what it is, right? But anyway, that being said, don't want to leave it on a sour note. So again, Casper, big things coming for it. Memes going parabolic. Nacho again, big alpha coming through in the next year. Rusty Casper smart contracts. Trusting Nacho, huge news. The smart contracts again, going to be sending Casper to the moon with KRI with stablecoin coming out most likely at that time. Also KMIF coming out at that time with automobile, car stuff like that. Insurance, huge news. Higher half of Bitcoin potentially. More and more coming. Very bullish all in all. Tomorrow should be sentiment as usual as always. I like to believe. Friday, I'll be letting people know in due time. Because again, Friday's when I'm going to be leaving, going across the country to see some family. So I should be streaming still on Friday, but it'll be on a new setup in a new location. So I'll let people know in my free Discord server again what I plan to do. But again, that'll be disclosed then. So check it out if you haven't done so already. And that being said, I'm gonna have to love you all and leave you. you guys are jokes. Right. Well, that being said, have a good evening, good morning, good day, good night, and I will see you all tomorrow.